Germany 2026. Too much talent to fail again. Germany are four-time World Cup champions. But let's be honest, the last two World Cups have been a disaster. 2018, 2022. Back-to-back group stage exits. For most countries, that's disappointing. For Germany, it's a national football crisis. Now Julian Nagelsmann arrives at the 2026 World Cup with one mission: restore Germany to where they believe they belong. The problem: this group is far trickier than it looks. And if Germany aren't careful, the nightmare could happen all over again. A comfortable group. Think again. Most fans look at Germany's group and immediately focus on Curacao. That's understandable. On paper, they're the weakest team in the group. But the real danger lies elsewhere. Ecuador and Ivory Coast are exactly the kind of teams Germany hate playing against. Let's start with Ecuador. They may not have global superstars, but they built one of the toughest defensive records in South American qualifying. Just 5 goals conceded in 18 matches. 5. While other teams chased headlines, Ecuador built a defense that simply refuses to break. They stay compact. They stay disciplined. They wait for mistakes. And against possession-heavy teams, they're incredibly difficult to break down. Germany will almost certainly dominate the ball. The question is whether they'll know what to do with it. Germany's biggest problem isn't talent. It's breaking down low blocks. Against open opponents, Germany can look sensational. Musiala glides through midfield. Wirtz sees passing lanes others don't. Sane can still be devastating when given space to attack. But against deep defensive systems, everything changes. The spaces disappear. The tempo slows. Every attack becomes more predictable. And suddenly Germany's greatest strength becomes their biggest frustration. Possession alone won't win matches. Patience and creativity will. That's the challenge facing Nagelsmann. Then comes Ivory Coast. If Ecuador are the tactical challenge, Ivory Coast are the physical challenge. This is a team built on strength, athleticism, and relentless intensity. Every loose ball becomes a battle. Every aerial duel becomes a fight. Every transition becomes dangerous. They won't care if Germany have 65% possession. They'll happily defend, absorb pressure and attack with pace whenever the opportunity appears. Germany may control the match. Ivory Coast will try to control the moments that matter. And in tournament football, that's often enough. How will Germany play? Nagelsmann's system will likely revolve around central overloads and positional control. Expect David Raum and Joshua Kimmich to provide width from fullback. Meanwhile, Jamal Musiala and Florian Wirtz will drift inside, operating between the lines and combining in central areas. On paper, it sounds brilliant, but every tactical advantage comes with a risk. When both fullbacks push forward, space opens behind them. Lose possession in the wrong area and Germany can suddenly find themselves exposed. That's why Angelo Stiller and Alexander Pavlovic could become two of the most important players in the squad. Not because of what they do with the ball, because of what they do without it. Covering space, breaking up counters, protecting the back line. The dirty work rarely makes headlines, but it could decide Germany's tournament. Germany's most interesting weapon. Keep an eye on Nick Woltmade. At 1.98 meters tall, he looks like a classic target man. The sort of striker you'd expect to spend 90 minutes battling center-backs and attacking crosses. But that's only part of the story. What makes Woltmade fascinating is his technical ability. Unlike many forwards his size, he's comfortable dropping into midfield, linking play and carrying the ball through pressure. He's not simply a battering ram. He's a playmaker trapped inside the body of a center forward. And that combination could make him Germany's most unpredictable weapon. Against deep defensive blocks, his size creates problems. His movement creates confusion. His technique creates opportunities. Defenders never quite know whether to follow him, stay deep or step out and press. Sometimes the most dangerous player isn't the quickest or the strongest. It's the one who forces defenders to make decisions they don't want to make. Predicted Germany starting 11. If everyone is fit, Germany could line up like this: Ter Stegen in goal, Kimmich, Ta, Schlotterbeck, Raum across the back, Pavlovic and Stiller holding in midfield, Wirtz operating centrally, Sane from the right, Musiala from the left, and Kai Havertz leading the line. It's a team filled with technical quality, a team capable of dominating possession against almost anyone, but it's also a team that depends heavily on structure. Lose that structure for even a few moments and problems can appear very quickly. The X factors. Everyone talks about Musiala. Everyone talks about Wirtz. And rightly so. But Germany have other weapons. Deniz Undav has developed into one of the Bundesliga's most dangerous attacking players. Sharp movement, excellent finishing, always alert inside the penalty area. And then there's Arijan Ibrahimovic. Young, fearless, direct, the kind of player who doesn't care about reputations. If Germany need a spark from the bench, these are the players who could change a game. The match that could decide everything. Germany's opening match against Curacao is more important than many people realize. This isn't just about collecting 3 points. It's about goal difference. In a group where Ecuador and Ivory Coast are capable of taking points from anyone, every goal matters. Germany need to make a statement early, because if this group becomes as tight as expected, goal difference could decide who finishes first and who finishes second. And that could completely change the path through the knockout rounds. Final thoughts. Germany have the talent. Nobody doubts that. But talent alone didn't save them in 2018. Talent alone didn't save them in 2022. This tournament will be decided by something else. Patience, discipline, decision-making. Can Germany break down stubborn low blocks? Can they handle Ivory Coast's physicality? Can Nagelsmann finally end the cycle of disappointment? Or are we about to witness a third consecutive World Cup failure? Let me know what you think in the comments. Will Germany top the group? How far can they go? And is this finally the World Cup where Germany become Germany again?